Hi, everybody. Hello. I'm trying to be quiet because I'm really trying to hopefully get through this before Addie wakes up. So, y'all say hello, jump on, tag your teams. I've got something that I want to prompt you with or give you another idea. My eyebrows are kind of itching right now, but I can't touch them because I just got them done. Okay. So I wanted to kind of throw out this idea and see, it may be something that works for you. It may not be, but that's the beauty in this industry. So hi, Rebecca. Hello, everybody. Can y'all hear me? Am I whispering too much or is this good? Can y'all hear? Can you hear? Hi, Amberlyn. Y'all tag your teams, share this with your teams. We are going to talk an idea that may get you some more sales, okay? So we're gonna chat. So y'all say hello, hello when you jump on. Let me talk. Put an emoji so I can maybe start seeing some comments. Hey, Christy, can y'all hear me? Is everything good? Okay, are we good? Are we good? Hey, hey, happy Monday. Hey, hey, this is gonna be something that we will put in the guide so that you guys can come back and watch later. But I wanted to kind of go over what this looks like. And if I get a phone call, I will have to answer it because it's a doctor calling me, so I will have to answer it, but I will come right back. So y'all say hello when you jump on. Okay, so in this industry, you have to know it's not a one size fits all. Just what works for me may not work for you. What works for Sally may not work for Sue. You know, like that's just the beauty in this. It is not a one size fits all. It's your business. You get to run it how you want. But this is what I also want to say is if you've been doing something for a long period of time and it's not producing the results that you want, maybe you need to try something new, okay? Maybe you need to change something, do something that scares you. This is a conversation that I've been having with quite a few people lately, is that maybe they just need to try something different, okay? So this is something different, and I'm gonna share a little bit about it, okay? I'm all for the ideas. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna be looking at notes, okay? Thank you so much, Stephanie. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, that is my kitty cat meowing because otherwise she'd be like crawling up me. Okay, so that's my cat meowing. Addie is still sleeping. Okay, all right. So you can 100% be doing things, okay? And there may be things that you say, you know what, Ashley, I'm doing everything, okay? I've heard this so many times. No, that's the cat. I'm doing X, Y, and Z. I feel like I'm doing all of the things, okay? Depending on your circumstances, you may be doing all of the things that you are in. Hi, Noel. And you may say, you know what, like, I feel like I'm going live. I'm doing the TikToks. I'm doing the Reels. I'm doing this, okay? But there's some things that can happen on the back end, which we can do another training at that. But there's also different ways that you can try different things. And today we're going to talk about one of those things, okay? And you can't compare yourself to other people's journey because somebody may be able to put in a little bit more in this season. We all go through seasons. There were seasons when I started this 4 years ago, Facebook Lives were all the rage. I did Facebook Lives all the time. Now, I still do them. It's great because you can get this banter, this interaction with people. TikToks and Reels are more of what is this thing on social media because people would rather watch a 30-second TikTok than a 45-minute live, okay? Messenger parties. There's so many different sales tactics that you have been trained on, that you know about, and sometimes those still work. I still go live. I still do Reels. I still do TikToks. I still do all those things because they work. But it is growing, and this network marketing is an evolving thing. And so today we're going to talk about something that may be able to get you some sales, and it is a sales call. How many of you have ever done a sales call? Has anyone ever done one, heard about one, or whatever? Okay, sales call is literally that. It is getting on the phone. I have never been a big talking on the phone person. I would rather message, like sending voice recordings or whatever, because if I get on the phone, it may be something that I'm on there for ever. Okay, so we're going to talk about that too. But sales calls are definitely a great thing. I learned this from another leader at one point in the industry and have really started implementing it and seen some good results from it. So I wanted to bring it to you guys. I'm still learning new about them, but there's some things that I've learned about them that maybe what you be interested in. Okay, so you are still doing the reels and the posting and the lives and the messenger parties and yada yada. But when someone reaches out to you or you reach out to them or whatever you feel comfortable with, when you reach out and they say that they are interested, instead of saying, okay, and start texting or voice clipping those things, you're going to pick up the phone, okay? So we're going to talk a few things of what that looks like, and then we're going to talk about the benefits of it. Okay, so let's go over the benefits first, and then I can kind of walk you through like maybe what one would look like. Okay, so number one, the reason that these sales calls are beneficial is it is that personal connection. They hear your voice and it makes you seem real. They watch you on TikTok, they watch you do Facebook Lives, they watch you post, they watch you in your stories, they do all this. Whereas when you get on the phone with them, one, they've got your number, they've got that personal connection, they can hear your voice, they can hear your concerns, and you can be personable, because that's what we thrive off of. We thrive off of relationships, okay? So number one is your personal connection. Number two, it can help you upsell. I just did, but I'm ready to push out. There you go. Noelle is nervous, but we're pushing her out of her comfort zone. Number two is upselling. I did a training. Where did I do a training? For Melissa Nicole on upselling just last month, and we talked about the ways that look. But when you are on the phone, it is much easier to upsell somebody on products than it is over a texting. Okay, so it is a definitely great way to upsell. And we're going to talk about how that might look. Okay, number three, when you see how these calls go, okay, it's going to be something that really, besides following up with do they like their products, there's not going to be much follow-up, because you're going to place the order on the phone if you can. All right, so I'm going to show you how to close that too. Yes, it'd be a huge way to push some bundles. Love it. Okay, so number three is there's really not much follow-up. You know how like when you message people and then they don't place their order for days? Okay, how many of you have had that? I've had that. We've all had that. But when you're on the phone, we're going to talk about what that looks like. There's really not as much follow-up, except are you liking your products? Are you happy? Is there anything I can help you with? Figuring out how to use them, all of that. It's not trying to follow up to place their order most of the time. Sometimes you will, but most of the time you're closing that deal on the phone. Okay, and then number four, you're gonna have a lifelong customer from this, because you took the extra 15, 30 minutes, okay, depending on the person, to get on the phone, and you have helped them walk through those steps. You're gonna have a lifelong customer. You've went that extra mile. You guys have seen me do trainings about going that second mile, going the extra mile, and this is a way to do that, because they see that you've taken the time to hear them. People love to be heard and understood, and when they can hear that you care, it's going to make the biggest difference, and you're really walking them through, which is gonna help you have that lifelong customer, instead of somebody that just buys something real quick, one and done. But most of the time I have had repeat customers from this because of that connection that I have built with them. Okay, so let's kind of give an idea of what this might look like. So let's say they show some interest in your products and they reach out to you, okay, or you reach out to them, whichever way you want to do, and they may say like, I want some information on that VFX foundation. Okay, you say, all right, I would love to help you. Do you have a minute to chat on the phone? Okay, get a feel to see how they would feel about getting on the phone, and then you can say, you can give them your number and you can get on the phone. Now, let's say they give you the runaround, like, blah, 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 I can't, Okay, that's fine, no problem. You can get a feel, and you can just do it through voice memos. I do a lot of my messenger closing of orders through voice memos, because again, they can hear that voice, they can hear my concern, they can see that. Whereas texting, they can't hear and they can't feel that. that. So you can do it over voice memos, but if they can get on the phone, get on the phone. So you can tell them like, hey, I'm available in about 30 minutes. Can you get on the phone just to chat for just a quick second? I would love to help you. Okay, that can be a very easy way. My phone was saying low battery. Most of the time, they'll get on the phone with you, okay? Because they are wanting what you have to offer. So on the calls, you may set like a time limit, okay? You may say, you know, hey, I've got 10 or 15 minutes and I would love to help you land these products or land this product. Okay, set that time frame up front when you get on the phone, because then that's going to help them know, oh, like, and you can say, I've got 10 or 15 minutes before I got to go pick up my kids. I've got 10 or 15 minutes before I got to do this. Okay, set that time frame. It's not that you like have to get off the phone right there at 15 minutes, but putting that time frame helps you not be on the phone for 45 minutes, okay? Because we don't want that. Now, you're going to have some Sally Sues that want to talk and vent and all the things, but setting that time limit, that precedent, that may help you not feel like you have to spend 45 minutes on the phone, okay? So saying, I've got 10 or 15 minutes, all right? So when I get on the phone, I start off with, why do they want to try the new product or products? Figure out why. What problem are you trying to solve? You have heard me say over and over, you are problem solvers. Get on the phone and ask them why they are wanting it. Don't just say, okay, let's color match you. No, dig deep. This is going to help you with the upselling, all right? Why are they wanting it? Figuring out why they need this. Maybe ask the questions like, what made you want to try blah, 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 okay? What made you want to try the VFX foundation? Maybe they say, well, you know, my coverage is really bad. I've never had a really good full coverage foundation. It fades throughout the day. You're picking up on these things that they're saying because they're telling you the problem that they have. It's patchy, it doesn't look right, it doesn't cover right. You're thinking in your head as they're talking, okay, primer, exfoliate, the brush, you know, like you're thinking all of these things, okay, as they're talking to you. Now, when you are solving the problem, do not try to give products that you don't like, okay? Don't try to sell products that you don't like, all right, just to close a sale. And if they tell you, you know, they're talking about how they don't have a flawless finish, if they have a primer that they use and you say, do you use a primer? Yes, I do. I love it. Do you everything good with it? Yes, it's perfect. Okay, that's awesome. Don't sit there and say, well, our primer is better and try to do that, because then they're going to feel like just a sale. If they have a product that they are using, because y'all have products that aren't pharmacy that you use, okay? Don't try to just sell them. Now, if time goes on and after they get their products, they're still not liking it, you can say, listen, it could be the primer. And then you can, but right there on that phone call, if they've got a primer or whatever your problem you're trying to solve and they've already got that, don't sit there and try to sell them that product, just because it's a pharmacy product, because they're gonna feel like just a sell. Listen to them and see what problem you can help solve. Maybe they have a primer and they've never used it and they don't know how. You can help solve that problem with them, okay? So number one, you're starting off to find out why they want these products, figuring out what problem you're trying to solve, all right? That whole call, that is gonna help you. So you're getting on the phone and they're saying, I need help. My foundation doesn't cover. I have X, Y, and Z problems. My skin's really dry. You're asking them these questions and you're saying, okay, well, I really think that the illuminating primer would be really good for you because you've got that dry skin. Tell them why they need it. Don't just say, okay, you need this, this, and this. No, tell them why. Tell them that you have the answer to solve their problem, okay? Just like you do on lives and reels and stuff, you've got the product to solve their problem. But if you get on the phone and you help talk about this and work it through with them and talk it out with them, it'll be great. And then you can ask questions like, okay, did you need any eyeshadow or mascara, or do you have a good skincare regimen? Okay, you need skincare? Okay, well, what type of skin? You asking these questions, it's gonna be so much easier on the phone because they are telling you, they are sharing your heart with you about what problems that they've got. And it's gonna be so much easier, but you've gotta figure out why they need these new products. Why not go get someone else's products? Why do they need pharmacies? What problem is it going to solve for them, okay? So that's number one. Number two, offer to place the order for them, okay? You're on the phone and you can say, you know what? Hey, you know what, Sally? I've got my computer up right now. I can place that order for you. Would you like that? I'll start adding it to your cart right now. And you can add it to the cart and you can offer to place the order for them. Now, most of the time, people will trust you. If they've built that know, like, and trust factor with you, they will trust you enough to put that order over the phone. But if not, then you can fill their cart, you can send them their login and their password and let them check out on their own, okay? Or you can say, maybe they say, you know what, I can't right now because I get paid on Friday. That may happen, so then you can follow up, but you've already got everything placed. You've got everything in a cart, or you've got it written down so that when you have to follow up with them, it's all ready to go, okay? They may not be comfortable, but you can make note that you need to like follow up with them on payday. Hi, Bobby. Yay, Emily. I'm so glad. All right. But you making yourself available to them is gonna speak volumes, okay? Because a lot of people, they don't got the time, and if you can take the extra 5 minutes to place the order for them, there you go again. You're sealing the deal of placing the order for them instead of having to follow up. That's why the phone calls are so key, because you can place the order right then and there because you've already added it to your cart. Okay, I'm adding this to your cart. Okay, yes, I understand what issue you have. I think this product would be great. I'll add that for you, and you're just talking to them, talking them through, and then you offer to place that order for them, okay? Now, you may say, okay, well, Ashley, do I, like, on these calls, like, then what do I do? Like, do I offer the opportunity? You can. I don't always offer the opportunity, but if they've got like 20 plus items in their cart, you can just present the opportunity. Here we go. We may get a beauty influencer just by picking up the phone for 10 or 15 minutes. Okay. You may say something where you offer the opportunity and say, hey, did you know that you can make 50% off these products if you sign up, and it could change your business? You're not trying to just recruit for the discount. That's not what I'm saying, but present the opportunity. Would this be interested? We have a huge business opportunity. Would you like more information? What are your thoughts? And you could close out the call that way. If they say, nope, I'm good. Thank you so much for placing my order. Then bada bang, bada boom, you're okay. But you've at least put that nugget out there so that maybe the next time that they're ready to place their order and you get on the phone, they may say, you know what about that opportunity? I'm really kind of thinking about doing that. And it may be the perfect opportunity for them to do this, okay? So you need to remember that when you are doing these sales calls, that you are there to solve a problem. You're not there to just get another sale. People don't want to feel like a number. They don't want to feel like a sale. They want to feel like you care, because you should care. You're trying to help them figure out what problems that they need to solve, okay? And you're not just there to just grow your team or grow your customers. Like, you're there to help solve a problem. And when you have that mentality, I can guarantee you're going to go so much further than just trying to get a recruit and just trying to get a sale. Or I'm trying to solve a problem, whether it's a product problem that you're trying to solve or a lifestyle opportunity that you're trying to solve by presenting those opportunities. And you go, what? It may work, this may work, and this may not work for you. A sales call may not be your jam, but you don't know unless you try. So try it out. It's something different. Most of you, you haven't done these before. And this is the opportunity for you to just try, okay? Try them. You're gonna build that personal connection. There's not as much follow-up, and you're gonna get a lifelong customer, and you're gonna be able to upsell a lot easier, okay? So if you're just jumping on, go back and watch the beginning. We talked about these sales calls, because when you get on the phone and you build that rapport with them, you build that relationship, you offer to place the order, you are sitting there solving a problem, and you're doing all that, you're going to get a lifelong customer, okay? So who is excited about trying these sales calls, okay? So when someone messages you, instead of just saying voice clipping or texting what products they need, ask to get on the phone. Ask them if you can call them, okay? And you may start with, yes, I would love to help you with that VFX foundation. Can you step in front of a window and send me a selfie? And then you may say, hey, do you have a second to jump on a call and we can talk about everything that I think we could talk about grabbing you these products, okay? So let me see if I missed anything at all. Yep. So you're just saying, I would love to help you. If you have a few minutes to chat on the phone, it'll only take like 10 minutes. All right. Or if they're giving you the runaround, then you can voice memo, but try to get on that phone. If you can get on that phone, you're more than likely going to be able to close the sale and help solve the problem that that customer is coming to you with. Because if they were happy with, there's a reason that they're coming to you, and you've got to figure out what that reason is. Why don't they like their drugstore brand or their high quality brand? What is making them come to you for X, Y, and Z? And you can help solve that problem. Okay. Anybody have any questions about these sales calls? I wanted to keep it brief and short so that it's not this long training, but try these out. You never know unless you try. And we get so stuck in a rut of doing the same old that we miss trying new things. So try something. If it scares you, try it. I tell you guys all the time, do it scared. I tell you about that with lives. Do it with other things, reaching out, building connections, going live, doing TikToks, doing sales calls, doing messenger parties, whatever it is, do it scared and try something new. Depending on how comfortable, you could even FaceTime. Yes, I love that, Rebecca, and walk them through the bundle so they can see the products. I love it. That's another extra step, okay? Showing them how to put on the products or whatever. But if you can get on that call, okay, and you can talk to them, you're going to see a huge jump in your sales. I truly believe. I've seen a huge jump in my sales just from getting on the phone, okay? I've got 10 or 15 minutes. Set that time limit so that you're not on the phone for 45 minutes. But your $100 order may go up to $300, okay? Yes, Ashley, exactly. And that was one thing I offered. You might have missed it, but I offer to place the order for them, whether it's they have an account or they don't have an account. Yes, it's that second mile service. And when you're on the phone, you're more than likely to hear them say, yes, I would love for you to place that order for me. And you can do it right there very quickly for them. And if they've got an account, do you want me to sign in and I can place it? And you're just adding these items as you're talking. You're either writing it down or you're adding it to their cart. Okay, I do it mainly like I add into the cart and then you can sign in or whatever and create their customer account. And do you want me to help you? You want me to place this order for you? I've got it down. And you can help place that order for them. If they're not comfortable, then you can just send them the login that you've created for them with their email and their password, generic password, and they can check out. Or if they're waiting until payday, then you just make note. You're writing all of this down the whole time that you're on the phone so that you know how to best serve that customer. And if you need to follow up on payday, then you know. But most of the time, you can get on that phone and you can close that deal that day. Okay? Hi, Melissa. All right. So let me know if you try them out. Let me know if you try these sales calls out. And I hope this training was helpful and it gives you a different perspective and a different way to try things, because people can build that relationship with you. They can trust you when they get their products in. They feel like they can talk to you. They feel like they can ask you questions, because instead of just texting or whatever, or them just going to the website and trying to figure it out themselves, you've kind of went a little bit further. So get on the phone, make some connections, and close out these sales in a very genuine and authentic way by helping people solve a problem. So I love you guys. Let me know how these calls go, and I can't wait to hear more. Bye, y'all.